What's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and welcome back to another review of the Breaker New Waves. This week's chapter 171. So it's finally back after a month's break. I'm sure you guys know why it went on a break. If you guys didn't, apparently the author and artist took this break because they were moving to a new studio. So obviously they were going to be busy, moving their stuff from one place to another. And they also mentioned that when they would even arrive at the place, they wouldn't have any internet to upload the chapters or something like that. And apparently they were also planning out the rest of New Waves. I'm not so sure if that was true or not, because I'm just reading that from blogs and stuff, but yeah, that was the main reason, was that they were moving studios, so that's why they took a month off. But either way, it's back. I'll have to admit, it didn't really come back with a bang. It was very short today and not much really happened. I mean, it was kind of lackluster, but there was still some stuff in there I found obviously interesting, like the fact that we see at the beginning of this chapter that Kang Sung is just as stubborn as Shi-Woon, and he's on his way to Seoul Tower despite the protests of everyone. Jin-Ie and Sarah Kang have just found out, and they're like, we gotta hurry now and go as well, because Kang Sung is not in any condition to be going there. And even Ju-San-Sik is basically saying, you know what, this is a foolish plan. It's like, no matter what way you look at it, this is crazy. But he's not listening to anyone, and he's saying he's not accepting his fate without fighting for it. So you can tell he's literally like the elder version of Shi-Woon in terms of morals. He'll basically do what needs to be done despite his condition and the fact that his life is in danger because he's really sick. So yeah, we snap to the fight of Elder Kwon versus Jae-Gal, and I wish we could have stuck with this a bit more, but it kind of like literally just flowed past quickly. And literally what we see is Jae-Gal is on the defense and fleeing just to stall Elder Kwon for long enough for this plan, for the name of the plan that we've now heard to happen, Silence of Seoul. So basically, he believes that even though Shi-Woon has managed to get away, he doubts that he'll get far, because he's like most of the villains in the series, is doubting his strength and potential. So he's thinking, oh, if I can hold you here, the strongest person, then the Silence of Seoul will be able to commence. But he's like, yeah, he's basically gloating about that and saying this battle is pointless, don't you realize that? But Elder Kwon straight away rebukes this, showing his complete faith in Shi-Woon, and he says, if you believe that you're mistaken, he's much stronger than your wildest imaginations. And we literally see Shi-Woon carrying on beating the living crap out of all the S.U.C grunts, which is being overseen by Ji-Gun and Ji-Woo Lee and Yong-Hyun, who are very impressed apparently, especially Yong-Hyun because he fought him before, so he knows how strong he is. So he's saying his growth is immense since their last fight. The way he's plowing through the S.U.C is amazing. But Ji-Woo is kind of lost in thought. She's daydreaming, and Yong-Hyun basically kind of calls her out on that and saying, if you're worried about Ji-Gun, he's safe, you don't have to worry about that. And he even goes into detail about basically kind of calling her out about her obsession with him, saying that before I thought your obsession with him was because you hated him and you wanted revenge, but apparently it's the opposite. You actually have some sort of interest in him. And Ji-Gun was apparently the reason why she put so much effort into becoming one of the S.U.C captains, and why she's so intent on finding out so much information about Ji-Gun after he abandoned him. And this is something I think was brought up before, because Yong-Hyun did say to Ji-Gun, you abandoned us in the past, and I don't think we've had much info about that, but I hope we get to hear more about that in the coming chapters. And then we have this little bit at the end, because the chapter really was short, of Ji-Woon being asked that she can back out of this plan at any point, because it's a fool's errand, and if you do it, you can't return to your normal life afterwards. So it's like a literally no return trip with this plan. And she obviously, like the Sudandra she is, completely Sundara, sorry, she refuses it, stating that we've come way too far to turn back. And Yong-Hyun says, okay, fine, but any decision you make, I'll be able to watch your back no matter what choice you decide. And then Haru arrives at the end, and yeah, that was about it. So it looked like she was gonna teach Ji-Woo some manners because she was being rude again to her superiors. So yeah, that was about it for this chapter. There's not really much else you can say other than, you know, things are just gonna progress as it is before. Shi-Woon's gonna try and get his way up the hill to find Chun-Woo, and then obviously everyone else like Kang Sung, So-Chun, Kang, all of them are going to be arriving soon. So like I said before, the climax is coming soon. This week's chapter was a bit disappointing because we could have had more, but I guess it's because it's their first, you know, chapter back, and they're probably still busy. So I said I'm not going to complain much. I'll just hope next week's chapter is much more longer and have more content in it. So yeah, guys, that's about it for this week's chapter. You know, the usual. If you got any opinions, predictions, leave them in the comment box below. And also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content, and I'll speak to you guys next week.